members from Fulbari. Mr. Martin, to take the floor.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I also rise to participate on the general discussion of the budget presented by the Honorable Chief Minister for the year 2020-2021. So I hope and wish that my discussion will bring fruit to the state in general and to my area in particular. So I will bring to the notice of the government some few points which are relevant to the state economy. I will discuss some of the key achievements and plans for the infrastructure development in the state. It is very glad to mention here that the government of Meghalaya has outlined programs for infrastructure development. So with regards to the road sector, the government of Meghalaya has been making big efforts to implement the Government of India's flagship program, road connectivity flagship program, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. The government is also taking up roads under Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, and so we could also see there is very good progress on the roads being constructed under Northeast Road Sector Development Scheme and also under NESID. So, although the government of Meghalaya has been able to develop a lot in the road sector, still, sir, we could still see that there are still some wooden bridges which need repairing almost every year and which definitely hits the state economy. I, sir, would urge through you, Honorable Speaker, sir, that the government may kindly upgrade these wooden bridges into RCC bridges so that the economy of the state could be saved. At this point in time, sir, I would remind our Honorable Chief Minister and also the Deputy Chief Minister in charge PWD for the construction of two important bridges in my constituency. One is at Hundupara and the other one is at Pushkunipara, Holarvita. Requests have been made to the Honorable Chief Minister and onto the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister time and again. So coming to the health sector, I would thank the government of the day and its health department for their tireless efforts to control and contain COVID-19. So still, we have to be, I would suggest the government of the day to be more careful and be more prepared for the future to fight the pandemic disease. So in my constituency, Fulbari, there is only one CSC which is not well equipped. I urge upon the government and the health department to please look into it. And there is only one PSC, that is called Chipinang PSC, building construction of which was completed months back. Staff are recruited, but the hospital is yet to be made operational. I take this opportunity to request the government, the department, that necessary things may kindly be done at the earliest possible time to make Chipinang PSC operational as soon as it is possible. So it is also felt necessary that there are places where we still lack sub-centers. I request the government, the sub-centers in different parts of the state, and especially in my constituency, may also be set up as soon as possible, sir. So water is vital for life. No one would live without water. So I appreciate the government that they are trying to increase allocations under Jal Shakti Ministry's flagship program, Jal Jeevan Mission. So mine is a flood affected area. During floods, water everywhere, but there is no water to drink. This situation happens in the plain belt of Garhwal, sir. So I take this opportunity to request the government and the PHE department that water supply schemes in different parts of the state and also in some villages under my constituency may kindly be set up at the earliest possible time, sir. So, coming to the agriculture and allied sectors, apart from the important crops, vegetables, spices, and fruits, today at this point in time, so I would discuss the plight of the farmers of pineapple in the state of Meghalaya. So the state of Meghalaya is one of the major pineapple producing states of India. The state of Meghalaya is blessed with 5 agroclimatic regions, very suitable for growing varieties of fruits, vegetables, spices, plantation crops, medicinal and aromatic plants of high economic value. So the total area in the state under fruit crop is 27.74 thousand hectare area, out of which pineapple alone contributes 38% area, followed by citrus 35.26%. So Meghalaya ranks 5th in producing pineapple in the country after the states of West Bengal, Assam, Bihar and Karnataka. So with a total annual production of 106.8 thousand ton. Honorable Speaker sir, Deputy Speaker sir, pineapple cultivation helps in generating huge income for the growers and employment. Area under pineapple cultivation was observed to increase in the recent past, but the productivity is still low. This is mainly because of the practicing of the traditional way of cultivation and unscientific management of the orchard. So it's well known that the farmers are always interested in maximizing the profit and not merely the production. So pineapple becoming one of the main sources of livelihood for the Meghalaya farmers, and this is possible only when a detailed cost and returns analysis is carried out systematically. Honorable Deputy Speaker sir, pineapple cultivation is a capital intensive enterprise. The initial cost for establishment of a pineapple orchard consists of the preparation of land and layout, digging and filling up of pits, cost of material plants, fencing, etc. So during this current year, the farmers of Meghalaya have invested a lot for the cultivation and production of pineapple. So it is noteworthy to say here that the farmers of Ribo district could cultivate and harvest pineapple almost throughout the year. But in case of Garhwals, so the harvesting time of pineapple begins either at the last week of May or in the first week of June every year. So why I am prolonging this discussion on pineapple? The reason being,
Honorable members, please.
Sir, 3 minutes, sir, 3 minutes. The reason being, the harvesting time of pineapple is about to start in Garhwals, and the lockdown due to the pandemic disease is still on. So at this point in time, I would take the opportunity to thank the government of the day and the district administrations of all the districts, especially of the West Garhwals district, to which I belong, for having issued sufficient numbers of passes for curfew permits by which Erica nut could be transported to different parts of the state, and now they are kept safe for consumption and also for further transportation. So Erica nut are those goods that do not wear out quickly and last over a long period of time, but pineapple is very perishable, and they get perished within a span of 2 to 3 days. So since the harvesting time of pineapple in Garo Hills is very near, I urge upon the government of the day to kindly make such arrangement so that the pineapple produced in our state could be transported to the neighboring states as it was done in the preceding years, or to make such arrangement to make the best use of them in our own state by way of juicing, making jam and jelly, etc. So at this point in time, I would refer name of a place in my constituency that is called Chibinam, so which is one of the highest and tastiest pineapple producing areas in the state of Meghalaya. So keeping in mind the potential of pineapple, our leader, the former Chief Minister of Meghalaya, the former Speaker of Lok Sabha, late P.A. Sangma, had worked on it and had inaugurated a food processing company named as KD Agro Industries at Chibinam, which just works for 2-3 years, and after that, now so it is closed for many years. So I take this opportunity and request the government of the day under the official leadership of Sri Kondar Sangma to revive this KD Agro Industries so that the pineapple produced in Garo Hills and especially in Chibinam area, the best use of them can be made at our own state. So I won't prolong my discussion, sir. So today, after 4-5 days, Eid ul-Fitr is going to be held, as rightly mentioned by Honorable Member Thomas Sangma. On 25th of this month, Eid ul-Fitr is going to be organized, sir. I would take this opportunity to request the government of the day, if possible, a gathering of at least 100 people may kindly be allowed to offer the Eid ul-Fitr namaz. So it's just a 15 to 20 people, 20 minutes prayer, sir. And the fields where this namaz is offered are very big, sir. So the social distancing, sir, can be easily maintained. I request the government of the day and request Prince August House through you, Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, that this prayer, Eid ul-Fitr, may kindly be allowed with strict directions of social distancing and etc. So having said that, at the very last, I thank the Honorable Chief Minister for presenting such a wonderful and very good budget for the year 2020-2021, and looking forward to the drastic and quick action of the Honorable Chief Minister to transfer the pineapple being produced in the state to other states, or to make arrangement for their best use in our own state. I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now may I request honorable member